I have seen that the more unlikely the achiever, the more impressive the achievement is. So the question is this: how do dreamers, thought leaders, paradigm shifters change the world? They have to ask themselves this one question: am I willing to chase my dreams? If you want to know how to push the boundaries of your influence, impact the world, and live out your God-given dreams, then this is the podcast for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Passion&Prestige podcast. I am your host, world changer, dream chaser, and all-around nice guy, Teron Nolan. This episode, we are going to be talking about expectations and how to break those low expectations people have of us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Passion&Prestige podcast. Let's get it.
They just wanna knock you off the top, but I ain't gonna drop till I say so, till I say so, 'cause I say so.
Have you ever heard of the Lebron James Effect? The Lebron James Effect is when young people accomplish great things and their accomplishments are viewed as even more impressive. Why do we do this? I mean, I get it. No one expected a 19-year-old kid fresh out of high school to get drafted into the NBA, dominate, and become the new face for global basketball. I get that. No one expected it. But my question is, why? Why didn't anyone expect that? Could it be that we have low expectations of those who are young? It's true. We expect great things from those who are much, much older. We are conditioned to believe that things only get better with time. But I want to push back on this a little bit. In my experience, I have seen that the more unlikely the achiever, the more impressive the achievement is. Let's go back to LeBron James. Because he was fresh out of high school, no one expected him to do anything of great significance in the NBA. And if they did, they expected it to take at least 5 to 7 years, some time. It's going to be 5 to 7 years down the line before anything good comes from this guy. So when this 19-year-old kid took over and changed the game, people were beyond amazed. People are blown away when mature characteristics show up in immature packages. Wow. Let me say that again. People are blown away when mature characteristics show up in immature packages. The underdog. That's what I love. I love a great underdog story. The reason I love it so much is because I've lived my whole life as an underdog. You have probably lived your life the same way. People didn't expect much from me, whether it was because where I grew up, my upbringing, my family, people around me. I don't know exactly what it was, but I never had high expectations placed on my life. See, it's not that the world is rooting for young people to fail. It just assumes that someone who hasn't had time to mature cannot play a significant role in the world. But this is so false and so damaging. This is a dangerous and discouraging assumption. I've seen it time and time again when young people grab hold of their passions, grab hold of their dreams, and they change the world. They set out to do great things. You see, I almost see it the opposite. Sometimes we need young people who are fresh in their passions, who are fresh in their dreams, who have not learned that the world is a harsh, harsh place, to go out and change things. I love the minds of young people and how they dream. Me as a teacher, I ask all of my students, what do you want to be when you grow up? What is your dream? If you could do anything in the world, what would you do? And many of my students, many of them have dreams that are just massive. About 80% of my students want to be in the NBA or NFL, some kind of professional sports. And I make sure to never, ever, ever tell them, man, you can't do that. That's unrealistic. Because that's not my place. You see, I want them to continue to dream. I want them to continue to search for their interest, what makes them happy, and go for it. Instead of telling them they can't, what I tell them is this: you can change the world. Grab hold of whatever it is that you're passionate about and go for it. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't even matter your experience level. I think sometimes we get caught up in that trap, right? We start thinking that, well, I don't have enough experience under my belt. There's no way I can do this. But I'm here to tell you, you can. Because when young people accomplish great things, the world responds in a greater way. It's the underdog story. When an underdog wins, everyone is excited. Think about all the movies that have been made about underdogs. Some of the greatest movies about underdogs, like Rudy. I think that's the epic underdog movie. That movie would never have been made if their expectation from the beginning was, they're going to go, they're going to win, and Rudy is going to be the all-star MVP of the game. There's no movie there. But the fact that he was an underdog, no one believed in him, but he believed in himself. He knew his dream and his passion, and he was not going to stop. That is what made the story magnificent. That is the Lebron James effect. When young people accomplish great things and their accomplishments are viewed as even more impressive. You see, this episode is more geared towards those young ones who have a dream inside of them. Because I want to tell you, follow that dream, chase that dream, because you can change the world. You can change more than you know. You are more powerful than you even understand. The power you possess, you haven't even scratched the surface yet. Get moving. The world needs that. I think of some of the greatest young people that are doing fantastic things, like Malala and Greta. These young women are standing up against world leaders and saying we need to make changes in our world, and they need to change now. That's fantastic. The LeBron James effect. When young people accomplish great things and their accomplishments are viewed as even more impressive. So once again, we're stuck with the same question. Tribe, what is your dream? What are you going after? What is that thing that's inside of you that will not go away? That nagging, bothersome dream that just is always there. When you wake up, it's there. When you go to sleep, you can't stop thinking about it. What is that thing? There's a reason why that dream has been stitched inside of you. God has placed that inside of you for you to go get it. Because he knows that that is what's going to help change the world. So you got to do it. And look, you're never too old to chase your dreams. Maybe some of you are listening and saying, well, I don't fit in that young category. My question for you is this: why? Why have you put yourself out of that young category? I'm going to be 80 years old and still consider myself young in that young category, chasing dreams. It doesn't matter how old you are. No one can push you out of that spot except you. So I'm speaking to everybody when I say the young, chase your dreams. That's all of us. Until the day you die, you are young. Keep going. Keep following your dreams. Keep pursuing it with all the passion you have inside of you. Because the world needs it. And to all my underdogs, yeah, buddy, I'm ready to celebrate with you. When we cross that finish line, when we make it into that end zone, when we successfully accomplish our dreams, when we write that book, when we start that business, when we pursue that relationship, when we do the things that we know we are meant to do, I'm here for you. And I can't wait to celebrate with you because we got something. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this episode the way I end every single episode, with these powerful words. Chase your dreams until the dreams you chased become reality. Go and change the world. So now that you're part of the Passion and Prestige tribe, I want to know what you think. I love hearing from my listeners. So if you wouldn't mind taking a screenshot of you listening to this podcast and tag us at Passion and Prestige on Instagram. And don't forget to go into your podcast app, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review and a 5-star rating. This helps us reach way more people. Passion and Prestige Tribe, thank you so much. I will see you next week, and remember, chase your dreams until the dreams you chased become reality. Go change the world.
They just wanna knock you off the top, but I ain't gonna drop till I say so, till I say so, 'cause I say